is asking what not to do when creating a test strategy. So I don't know if you can answer that based on what you just said about everything being context dependent. But what not to do?
Okay, first thing, what not to do is copy paste anything you've ever used before. Because if you do that, then you'll ignore that it's product specific, context specific, and stuff changes. So a test strategy is very specific in what you want to test and how you're going to test it. And as soon as you start copying stuff, then it's probably too general. So then it's not even a test strategy, in my opinion.
Okay.
So that's one thing. Another thing you really should not do is forget a risk analysis. And I know it's really difficult because let me give you an example. I was a judge for testing contests online for the World Cup, but also for the national championships in the Netherlands. So I've seen a lot of test reports on and tell the jury, what did you do, why did you do it, and what were the results. So basically, test strategy was a part of it. And well, in the Dutch championships, there were 23 reports, and none of them mentioned the word risk in it, not once. And I was like, what? How can you make a test strategy without diving into risks? So what not to do is skip the risk analysis. I think risk analysis is a huge and a tremendous important part of a test strategy, because risks informs what and how to test. The more risks you have, the more testing you have to do is what some people say. And I would not say more, but maybe different ways, because the risks informs you what to do, which kind of tests you want to do. But also, and that's why I like being a quality coach, it's not only testing, it's also you can mitigate risks by doing better refinements or by building pipelines, so that you know that your installation always will really go smoothly. That doesn't mean that you have to you don't have to test, because you still have to test, but you can focus. Your test strategy will change, and the focus will change from installation smoke testing to more deep testing on risks that you haven't mitigated before in that process. So what not to do is also write thick documents, because nobody reads them and you get confused. So if your test strategy is a long document with a lot of text in Word, you're doing it wrong. And again, and I like to emphasize, a test strategy is not a document. It's a model. It's a mental model that's in your head, and everything that you put on paper is a visualization of that test strategy you have in your head. It's the same with requirements. Requirements is not what the user wants. It's a representation of what the user wants. And test strategy is absolutely not a document. I think those are the not to go-tos, the anti-patterns.
Okay, so try not to make those mistakes, folks. Thank you for that question, P.